I'm talking a little bit about the OmniFuel from Primus. The reason why I want to talk about it is because I'm using it for a really long time already. I think I bought it like 10 years ago. Haven't used it in the beginning. I haven't used it that much, but it increasingly got more and more. On Svalbard I only used it when I was really out on trips by myself. Otherwise I used a different kind of stove, but for myself I always use this one. Except of in the summertime, then I'm going for a more lightweight, just gas-based one. The OmniFuel is, as the name would suggest, you can use pretty much all kinds of fuels. I used gas on it. In this case right now I'm using normal 95 benzene. White gas would be the more appropriate way of using it because it just clogs up less, you know. So, but the reason why I'm using it is because the 95 is much cheaper. My car runs on it, so it's a very and my ATV as well, so it's very easy to use, and it's way cheaper. And since I'm living in a tent that is quite big, the fumes and everything, it doesn't really have to be put into account. Cleaning, it requires a little bit more cleaning when you use 95, but not that much actually. I have to clean it maybe once a year. You can use a needle to just, if you have a little bit of cloggage, you know, just clean up the little opening and whatnot, you know. So, but otherwise it's really good. On Svalbard I also used petrol. Sometimes takes a lot of time to actually start it up and whatnot, you know, but so you need some extra like methanol or whatever to actually jump start it, but it works as well. So I never really had much of an issue. The website from Primus is really awesome in terms of like actually getting spare parts and whatnot, you know. You can just type in the number of your like the, you know, the number of the item basically. In this case it's 3289. You type this one in and you get all the spare parts. I had to change the cord and a new pump as well because I broke it. It's a piece of plastic here. This one broke. It was really unfortunate. I had it in a backpack and I must have smushed it really hard in a very bad angle, even though I had it in the back. It just fucked it up, you know. So, but other than that, it works really good. I always have the half-liter bottle, you know. It's 0.6 it says here, but you shouldn't load it more, fill it up more than 530 milliliters. So it's about half a liter. You usually use this one. If you use a bigger one, you need an extender to get all the fuel out. What I have to change now is the little leather piece here to actually pump the fuel. You have to grease it once in a while, you know, but over the long time, you know, since I'm using it twice a day for I boil like 6 liters of water pretty much every day, it wears out after some time. But currently I'm using it pretty much for 1.5 years straight up, two times a day. Still runs. You have to clean it once in a while, but I'm using a little bit of a metal brush just to clean it up a little bit once in a while. You get like a little bit of stuff on it, and then take out the nozzle, you know, clean it up a little bit. Take this one off here as well, and for that you just have this little tiny tool here. Unfortunately, those little needles here to go into the opening there, that one got lost, so I just use a little needle like to stitch something up or whatever, you know. So that works really well. The metal pieces to this one is for the bottom, and then you have like the windshield. That one got lost pretty fast or broke or whatever. I'm just using a little bit of aluminium foil, you know, fold it up a little bit and then it works. This one needs to be replaced obviously, but since I have it inside, it doesn't really matter that much. All in all, I really love this thing. It's the fuel efficiency is really good. If you're using a proper pot, you know, I'm using the what is it called? It's their special series with a converter in the bottom. You know, that one, it works really well. I have it inside. I can go and get it. This is a 3-liter pot. I'm using this on a regular basis. The lid got burned a little bit because I put it on a wood stove. It gets a little bit too hot around the edges, you know, so it burnt this one. They don't produce those anymore, not in this size at least. You get smaller ones, but the heat converter here works really well. If I'm going out on a tour, this 3-liter pot, especially in combination with having the dogs, you know, it's really good. And this size actually, I think, is much more suitable than having like those smaller ones. You need to boil up a lot of water, you know, so it's good to have this one. I will actually try from the MSR converter that you put around here. I'm going to try it out and see if it actually helps a lot. Not 100% sure, but I definitely give it a try. I always forget about it when I'm thinking about it and being in a shop or something. I always wonder if it actually fits around and whatnot, so I'm going to check it out. But good stuff. Totally forgot the name of this one, but you can check it out on the website. It's a really good website, so it works well. So all in all, OmniFuel, in my opinion, the better choice. If you go out on longer trips and so, it's really good to have, you know. If you go out on a ski expedition and whatnot, you can obviously, like, you have to adjust a little bit in terms of like getting like a nice setup done and whatnot. I usually tend to not have that because in a dog sled, you know, I have shit flying around left and right, you know, so I never really do that. And the setup is always a little bit different. So, but anyway, a must-have is the spare kit. Really good. It's quite expensive, but obviously, like the lube, I think you get anyway. The silicone grease, you get it with the stove. But all the other stuff you definitely should have, you know, when you go out on longer trips. Especially when you destroy something for whatever reasons. I mean, it's always good to have a spare pump though, as well, just in case if you go out for really long times. The only thing that, like I said, that broke was the pump and this it was actually the seal here that broke off. So you needed to replace the whole thing, so it's not like just this part, you have to change the whole thing basically out. So it's a bit annoying, but it's not super expensive, and for what it does, it's actually, like, I mean, for the abuse that it took, I'm really happy with it. So I hope it helps. Have a good one, guys. Just a little add-on, when you take a bigger pot, the advantage is simply when you have to melt snow, you can get a little bit more in. You're also a little bit closer to the flame, you know, when you have a bigger surface, you'll be closer to the flame as long as you don't overdo it. You know, stability usually is a little bit more wobbly, you know, but other than that, it works out a little bit better when you have a bit of a bigger surface area. You can shove a little bit more snow in, it melts down, you know, and then you're much better off if you take a small small pot. The problem is, in particular in winter time when you have to melt snow, is that you have to shove in so much snow so often, and the higher the pot gets, the less the further away it is from the actual heat source. So it's much better to have a little bit more broader one where the flame can really like burst it up, you know, like the bottom part, and then you just have like a higher lower pot to go with, you know. So if that makes sense, I hope so. That definitely works better. That's why I'm using the 3-liter one. As I said, they don't produce this one anymore. They have a 1.2 or something. It's a little bit too small. even if you're just by yourself, you know, you need to boil up more water than just 1.2 liters, you know, so because it's only 1 liter fitting in the end, you know, and then if you're going out for many days, you know, you need to boil like 3 to 5 liters of water every day. So take a little bit of a bigger pot, at least 3 liters, you know, so 3 liters in my opinion is kind of a good size to go with.